Friday, everybody. Welcome to V's Walk Like You Talk. Briefly, I just want to discuss about a topic about people, human beings, not really knowing what they need, but really just living by what they want. Rather, that's by just being comfortable, not willing to adapt or change. And the danger with that, because we'll typically pass on things that could be beneficial for us, things that may be the best for us, based upon the comfortability level. We tend to be very self-serving in a sense as human beings. When you think about that, it could be dangerous because we all say that we're capable, or we like to say that we're capable of giving unconditional love. But if you're really self-serving to the point of just really trying to please yourself because you think that this world should just offer you a certain happiness, or that it owes you that, then you could be making a big mistake in particular areas of your life. Well, I say that to say this, because let's say that you're working on things in your life that you're trying to make improvements on, right? And a lot of times you choose those things because, there may be circumstances or like something that happened to you to where you feel like you may need to change that, right? So you start working on it. And let's just say that, just for the sake of the argument, that there's two things that you really need to focus on that you know of, right? But let's say that there's 8 other things that you need to focus on that you may not be aware of or you're unconscious of, right? So you start working on those 2 things really heavy, and you're getting good, and you're feeling confident that you're working on these things and that you see results in those areas. So you may think that you're improving in your life so much that your life has gotten better in these couple of areas, right? However, those other 8 areas suffer because they're not being worked on. So you see an improvement, right? However, and I don't want this to sound so negative, but if you really look at this mathematically, if you're not working on those other 8 things as equally as those 2, then everything that you see as a add is actually probably a failing, because the 80% that you neglect that's not being worked on is a failure. And just because you've improved in a couple of areas but neglected others, or failed to look at the others as a necessity, then that can cause other harm, other strife, and other difficulties in your life. I say that because, like I said earlier, to go back to that, a lot of times we won't even know what we really need. We'll say what we need, but then what we go after is what we want typically. And that could be in marriages, relationships, business journeys, fitness, spiritually. It could just apply to so many areas in your life. And you'll tend to pick what's comfortable. You'll pick something by the way it looks, the appearance, and not knowing, if you don't know the story, if you don't know the fruit of it, then you may be picking the wrong thing. You'll give up on things that you shouldn't give up on, or you'll keep things longer than you should, based upon your situation and based upon what you want, and because of the comfortability that comes with it. So you could be good at making choices in certain areas in your life, but then you could be really bad or be a poor judge of character in others. And that's the thing where you have to really do self-evaluation. We're as human beings, once again, we can pick out other things in other people's lives, but then like not really be a good judge of character, and doing self reflection, and just to be like, you know what, I'm the problem. I'm the problem in this area. I'm the reason why I'm failing here. You know, so literally just a lack of accountability. Um, I think sometimes it's hard for us to look at it that way because once again, we feel self-deserving. We feel like we supposed to have certain things. We deserve certain things, and so on and so forth, I just challenge you to change the way you think, change the way that you've always processed certain information, and be willing to make changes, and be comfortable being uncomfortable sometimes because you don't have all the answers, but yet like just do that self-improvement. Be willing to make self-improvement, and be willing honestly to say, you know what, maybe I'm the problem. Seriously, like maybe I'm the problem. Yeah, this is going pretty good, my life right here, but I suffer here. So why do I continue to suffer here? Why do things not go the way that I want them to go in this area, but they go good in this area? Well, it could just be because you focus more in those other areas than you do in the others. So give yourself a balance, you know, or put the same effort into all those different entities, directions, and areas in your life that suffer or doing well. Put the same amount of energy. Be consistent. You know, wherever we lose is because we're not consistent, and that goes once again. You can, relate that to marriages or whatever. You lose because you fail to stay consistent. Because you don't really have a unconditional love. It's all based upon conditions about what is being done for you, what's not being done for you, what you're used to being done for you, and what you're not used to being done for you, or how long it's going to take, or how long it doesn't take. So then we become impatient, and then we think that it's better over here or it's better over there, or let me change this, let me just do this and do that, or I'm gonna do me. And it becomes more self-serving, if you follow me so far. So I'm just I'm gonna end it now because I'm gone a little longer than I wanted to go, but this just kind of hit me today. And I don't usually like to talk just to talk. I like to talk in substance. Maybe this is for you, maybe it's not. But if it is, I just challenge you to think about that and change the way you think. You know, challenge yourself. And whatever you do, just stay consistent. That's the main thing, is being consistent. You know, so I really thank you guys. Hope that it affects you in a good way, a positive way. Please continue to support me, and I'll support you on your journey in this thing called life. And please share, subscribe, and like the content. I love you guys, and have a happy Friday. Be blessed.